Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we are going to talk about another very important example for Router.Navigate method, where we will see how to use skipLocationChange in order to restrict the URL change, or in order to restrict the history entry or history log. So by the end of this session, we will be able to understand what is Router.Navigate with skipLocationChange true, and how to implement it, what are the benefit of it, and what are the steps or syntax that we are supposed to follow. But before we proceed further with this session, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released session first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow them sequentially, then it would be much more easier for you to understand the ongoing topic, because for time being we are just mainly focusing on how to use Angular Router.Navigate method with skipLocationChange. Okay, and for the sequential content you can refer the Sharmit digital course book, which is freely available in the description box. So from there you can refer. Okay. Alright, so let's get started. Here you can see we have one heading that shows Angular 19 course by Sharmit, which is nothing but a primary heading. Then we will put the second heading that will tell us the title of today's session. So here I will write Router.Navigate method with skip location change in Angular. Okay, so what is the title? Router.Navigate method with skipLocationChange in Angular. So this is what we are going to learn. Now to understand this thing or to demonstrate this thing, we need few things. First, we need one component, at least one component. Okay, so you can see here I have already created three components, that is about component, content component, and services. In this case we are going to use the about component. Let's say if you don't know how to create component, although it is already discussed in previous session, but let me recap it. So if you want to create a component, you can simply run the command ng, which is Angular g generate c component, and the name of the component is about. Okay, so once you press enter on it, it will simply add this about component here in the same way, same folder, and these same 4 files. So among these 4 files, what I changed, like rest all the things are default, I just changed one thing, that is a very slight change. So when you click on this about.component.html, you will see that h1 is about page. Earlier it was about means by default it comes as about works, so I just change it to about page. That is the only change. Okay, that is very simple change. Okay, now the component is ready, so it's time to define the path. Where? In the routes file. So just look for the app.route.ts file, click on it, and here in this square bracket just expand it to put the path. So here I will write like this. In this we will write path, and in path we will mention the path that we are going to hit, that is about, then a comma, and then you can write here component colon, and here we will write about component. Perfect. So this is the thing. Okay, now let's say if you want to add one more path, although we are not going to use the second part, but let me show you how to do it. So you can just simply write like this, path colon, and then we will write here after about, we will write here the next component name, that is contact. Okay, as I mentioned, like I'm not going to use this, this is just for the information purpose, so I just added this contact component, that's it, and a comma. So this thing is ready. So what we did so far, we created one component, we defined the path. Now it's time to go to app.component.ts file to define other required things. So for that, let's go to app.component.ts file. Here what we will do, firstly we will import the router outlet. Okay, so just go and write like this. It is already imported. If it is not, make sure to import it here, otherwise it won't work. Then you can simply expand it, and after expanding it, here what we are going to do, let me show you the requirement. So requirement is that on a browser I want a button. When the user click on that button, it will take the user to the about page. But the thing is that here I don't want to show the change in URL. Okay, I don't want to log the history. I don't want to show that yes, I am on the about page. Okay, so for that reason we are supposed to use the Router.Navigate method with skipLocationChange as true. Now to implement this thing, like firstly we will add the constructor. In this constructor we will write here private, because we want to use the router, then colon, and then router. Okay, and then you put this opening closing parenthesis. After that we will define one method. So let's say method name is go to about, opening closing parenthesis and the curly braces. Here I will write this dot router.navigate, then we will use the parenthesis. Inside this we will put the square brackets, then the route name. That's it. So usually we refer the method like this, we create the method like this, right? Now let me show you firstly without using this skipLocationChange, and then I'll show you with skipLocationChange. Okay, so for that let's go to app.component.html file. Here we will put one horizontal line, that is HR. Then we will write here a button. So add the button. In this button we will write go to about page. Then you can write here click, and in this click we can mention the method name. So in my case method name is go to about. This is our method. Perfect. So this is ready. Let's try to run it. So ng serve -- open enter, wait for few seconds, and then it will show you the output. So it will take few seconds. Okay, so we are here. Here you can see we have Angular 19 goes by text Sharmit, Router.Navigate method with the skipLocationChange in Angular, and we have this horizontal row and then a button. So right now our path is localhost 4200, but when I click on this button you can see it shows me the actual path, that is localhost 4200/about, and I don't want this thing. Okay, I think output is not coming here because we forgot to add the one thing, that is router outlet. So here after this we should put router outlet, otherwise it won't show the output. Yeah, okay, yeah, so now you can see it shows the about page. That means when I click on the button, it changed the URL, it showed the output, but also changing the URL. And we don't want the URL change. I want that the page should be updated, the screen should update, but not the URL. So to implement this thing, what we will do, we will simply go in the app.component.ts file. Here after a comma we will use curly braces, and inside this we will write skipLocationChange as true. Okay, now you can save it and refresh the browser. Fine. So now at this moment, because now we are using the skipLocationChange, if I click on the button you can see about page is there, but localhost 4200 is still same, it is not changed. So that is the advantage of using skipLocationChange in Angular. Your screen is updated, you are into the new path, but it is not showing in the URL that you have changed your location. Similarly, if I click again, and don't get confused, sometime like you will see that when you click on this button, even after using the skipLocationChange, there are some values like skipLocationChange true, about. Okay, so don't get confused. Sometimes URL Angular handle it according to their format, but in the actual fact, the thing is that when you are using the skipLocationChange, it will not add any history for that page. It will not show the impact in URL. Okay, so I think this part is clear, like how we do this. And let me show, if I close it now, let me run it again, and just serve -open enter, wait for few seconds and then see the output. Okay, now if I click here, okay, still it is working, but sometime like you will see that it is not working properly. So, or maybe that could be a reason that mistake. No, that is not. Okay, yeah. So today, like in this session, what we discussed, we mainly discuss how to use skip location change with Router.Navigate method. I hope this session is clear to all of you. If you have any question, queries or feedback, please reach out to me through comment section. I would be more than happy to answer on it. So yeah, that's all for today. See you in the next session with new topics. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.